Hello and welcome everyone to this week's message from the truck. I'm the Rev'd Paul from St. Augustine of Canterbury here in the city of Windsor, where we've just entered today into stage 2 of our COVID protocols. So congratulations to Windsor, and our prayers going to Kingsville and Leamington as they continue to struggle with the migrant farm worker challenge and so on, that's keeping their numbers up. So prayers for the farm workers, prayers for the farm owners, and prayers for all the business owners in Kingsville and in Leamington as you continue to struggle, and hopefully you'll be into stage 2 with the rest of us before too long. So prayers again to all of you down there. This is my regular weekly message from the truck, and it's great to see all of my friends and family from the St. Augustine community, as well as any friends who have joined us from outside of the St. Augustine community. It's good to have you here as I offer some announcements for the church, as well as a little bit of a reflection on what we can expect this coming Sunday when we gather for worship on Facebook. So a couple of announcements. First of all, a special thank you to everyone who took part and participated and listened in on our mental health check-in night that was on Tuesday. It was a great event, and thanks to Chris and Phil and Cynthia and Reverend Robert for joining me for that event. It was a great panel of people to have that conversation, those conversations around the table. And of course, a thank you to Reverend Charla, who manned the camera for us and made sure that none of us were lost in the midst of all of the conversation. Certainly was a great opportunity to chat, and I think based on the comments we were receiving, we'll probably see that happen again. So keep your ears open and your eyes open on Facebook for the next opportunity for one of those mental health check-in kind of events. So thank you to everybody who participated in that. This coming Sunday is a regular Facebook Live Sunday, so we will see you at 10 o'clock on Facebook Live. For those of you who don't do Facebook and need it on YouTube, it should be up and running on YouTube by noon on Sunday. Giving you a bit of a heads up right now that next Sunday, the 5th of July, not this coming Sunday, but the week after, it will be a YouTube-only service, as your rector will be on vacation and will be out of the office for that Sunday. The service has already been done, it's already been recorded, it's already ready to go, and you'll be experiencing that service on Sunday, July 5th on YouTube. Without the Facebook Live connection. So we'll get more details about that next week in the regular weekly email. This coming Saturday is the Miracle on the 27th. So this is that massive food drive that's been organized by the Goodfellows and other groups here in the city of Windsor. It's an opportunity for you to just leave food on your doorstep, and they'll pick it up right from your doorstep, hoping to break a world record for the most food collected in a food donation in one day. Trying to beat out Chatham just up the highway a little bit. So hopefully you'll be able to take part in that. Just leave your food on your front porch, and the volunteers will swing around and pick it up. A result of that is that we are going to be delaying our food drive, which normally would have been on Sunday, July the 5th, is going to be delayed until Sunday, July the 12th. That way we've got 2 weeks between food drives instead of just one. So if you've got your food that you're wanting to make that donation to the Unemployed Help Center, we'll be collecting it on Sunday, July the 12th in our regular drive-through food drive locations. All right. The only other thing that I wanted to share on behalf of the community is that I'm going to be away for a week. I'm going to be on vacation starting on Sunday afternoon. Once worship is done, I'll be on vacation for a week. So if there are any pastoral issues and so on, just connect with one of the wardens here at the church, and they'll let you know who it is that you need to speak with. So we've got everything all lined up, and thank you to Cynthia and to Reverend Tom, who will be taking over some of that ministry for me as I'm away. But just check in with a warden. If you need someone to give you a call or to check in with you, just check in with one of the wardens, and they'll make sure that they get your name and phone number to the right person. So this coming Sunday, as I mentioned, is a Facebook Live Sunday, and we will be Facebook Live, and we will be inviting folks to come and join us. If you can see in the back window there, I'm parked in front of a building that a lot of you are going to recognize. These are the east doors of the narthex at St. Augustine, and these doors are pretty solidly shut. They're pretty solidly locked. There's no way you can get through them. I could take us on a field trip and pull at the doors, but trust me, the doors are locked. So how do we, as a community, do what it is that Jesus calls us to in the 10th chapter of Matthew's Gospel, which is this coming Sunday? Welcome the stranger. How do we welcome the stranger? How do we welcome the brokenhearted? How do we welcome the struggling? How do we welcome our enemies? How do we welcome people into our church community when our building doors are so very, very clearly locked? Well, that's going to be a bit of a challenge for us, isn't it? And I know that we've been doing that job. We've been reaching out as community and reaching out, whether it be through our food drive or through the phone calls that we've been making, or just being the people that are caring for one another. Wearing masks in public and being careful that we're not making anybody else sick by any of our actions, by choosing to stay home in the midst of these times when so many people are wanting to get out, choosing to stay home and being welcoming by staying isolated. Seems like a bit of an oxymoron, but it actually works. We can be the welcoming church of God by not going out, by not being in public, by not going out for unnecessary travel. So as we head into this weekend and as we head into this new stage of freedom, if you will, here in the city of Windsor, now that we've made it to this stage 2 I was referring to earlier, we need to be aware of how we continue to be carefully welcoming and at the same time socially distanced from one another. How do we continue to make sure that the enemy that we give a cold glass of water to is cared for and is welcomed? Our doors are shut, but the church is not closed. Our doors are locked, but the church is deployed. How will you welcome the stranger? How will you welcome the person who needs to feel welcomed? That's your challenge in this time, is to continue to be a welcoming church in a time when the buildings are closed. So, I'm going to leave you with that. I know it's a bit of a shorter message this week, but I'm sure nobody's going to complain. I hope that you will be able to find a place where you can be a welcoming presence, and more importantly, I hope you find somewhere where you feel welcome. Hopefully it's with us on Sunday morning at 10 o'clock when we gather for worship, but know that we are always welcome in the house of God. Even when the doors are locked, we're still welcome. We give thanks that God has provided us the house, the buildings, not the buildings, but the people that are the church. We continue to be the welcoming church. Let's continue to welcome the world. For right now, keep the rubber side down and the shiny side up. Blessings to all of you as you head into another fantastic looking weekend and stage 2 of our COVID recovery. I look forward to connecting with you again next week, although on vacation, so I might not look quite as well kept as I do right now. Blessings to all of you. Talk to you soon. Have a great week. Bye for now.